Hey guys, this is Goku, and on this channel we talk about poker and ideas that can improve your life. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and click the subscribe button because I'll be honored to have you here. This video, we're gonna do another poker hand review, and this will be a hand that happened on 888 Poker. In the late stage of the tournament, I think just two tables left. The blinds are 25k, 50k with 6k ante, and our hero sits on a stack of 1.1 million, so 22 big blinds. Let's see what happens. So the action folds around to, we are actually 8-handed, and the action folds around to the middle position villain, which is actually the chip leader on the table. We can see that this table probably has been created just six-handed. I mean, these guys joined just six-hand before, so we don't really know much about them, but we can assume that the big stack is going to try and use his stack to build a bigger one. So we can assume that he'll be opening a little bit wider than he would normally open. On the small blind, there's another bigger stack. You know, these aren't really like very big stacks because this guy's only got 30 big blinds and this one has like, 38 or 37 or something. So these are not like big stacks, but in the late phase of the tournament, these are enough to exert, a lot of pressure, especially on the smaller stacks and on the middle-ish as well, because these guys only have 13, 14, and 18 or something big blinds, so 16 big blinds. So yeah, the chip leader raises to a little over two bigs, and with king queen, well, we got quite a few options. Of course, here we can just flat, we can 3-bet to like 220k or something. We can shove as well, and yeah, we cannot fold, obviously. So we just call, which is fine with king queen suited here and position, and the big blind calls as well. And the big blind is actually a short stack with just 5 big blinds, and after he invests like 40% of his stack into this call, so we would expect him to shove here often, I guess, if he has anything. And if he shoves, then we got a great spot to reshove. And if he shoves first, then of course we got a call with king queen suited on 20 blicks in the late phase of the tournament. So we see the flop of 4-10 queen with the spade flush draw and also many straight draws possible. So the big blind, the short stack, checks, which is a good indicator of that he's probably folding here. And you shouldn't ever be playing like this. I guess if you call here from the big blind, I mean, you shouldn't be calling here. You should be shoving like 100% of the time. But if you call here, then you gotta shove here, at least to make just one of us call, or something. And if you check here, then you give us another free card maybe, or a possibility to push you off the hand. This is just not a good idea to play a short stack like this. But anyways, we see the villain continue for over half pot here. And again, we have a couple of options. We can we can call this bet and reevaluate on the turn, or we can shove. I would say folding is out of the question. If we're folding a hand like king queen suited here, then that's just too tight. And given that he's the cheap leader on the table, the big stack on the table, he can be trying to push our buttons. So I think a call here is the best option, because we let him, if he's bluffing, we let him bluff on the turn as well. And if we shove here and he's bluffing, he's just gonna fold. Sure, he has a lot of draws and we let him get there on the turn if we just call. But if we shove here, he's gonna fold some draws, some weaker ones for sure, but he's not folding probably his better flush draws and better straight draws, and possibly he's not also folding some combo draws which he might have here as well, like 10 king, king 10 of spades, or like king, ace king, ace king of spades. Anyways, our hero decides to shove here, which is fine, I guess. We've got a top pair with second best kicker. Sure, we'll sometimes run into a cooler in a spot like that, but I don't really know if we can do much about it. I guess we can't on a 20 big blind stack. But I would much rather see a call here and reevaluation on the turn, because like I said, we don't want to push him off his bluffs. We want to keep his bluffs here and extract value of them. If it makes him hit his gut shot sometimes, then so be it. Our villain calls. We see a nice flop of 2.4 million almost, so like 47 and a half big blind. So a really nice position to win the tournament. The turn is a jack of diamonds and river is a king of diamonds. So we hit 2 pair, but the villain shows up with ace queen, so he had us dominated on the flop, and there's really nothing we could have done about that. It's a cooler. We managed to actually hit 2 pair, but he hits a straight anyway, so that's just the way it goes. But given the hand on the flop, I think just calling here is much better than shoving. And then, all the money goes in probably anyway, but at least we keep all his bluffs in his range. So yeah, that will be it for this end. If you like it, please leave a comment below, subscribe to this channel to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.